Hello, my fellow pilots. Microsoft Flight Sim pilots. Alright, so little bit of prehistory. This was the first plane I actually I actually started learning to fly on, like, I don't know, about 15 years ago or so. These were pretty common, especially in Chicago Executive. It used to be Milwaukee Airport, where we are located right now. Only they had C-23, which is Musketeer. It is pretty much the same thing. This is C24R, which is the next model after C-23. Which it's kind of like improved model, and basically what they improved on is that they added the retractable gear, the constant pitch prop, and the Lycoming engine came from 180 horsepower to 200. Yeah, the rest of it is pretty much all the same. All right, we have this model from Flysimware. Not sure why it's lagging like this. Yeah, we have this model from Flysimware, and honestly, inside of the flight sim of Microsoft or Explain, it does not matter. I haven't. The only aircraft that I could tell are as close as real. I can list them all on one of my hands probably. So in Microsoft world, I mean, there are good models, trust me, but to be like when the company exactly pays attention to all of the detail, and it's really not much. I've seen only from if we talk about general aviation, this is probably would be only A2A Comanche that is pretty much acts like the real Comanche, and it's real attention to detail. And guess why? Because the creator of this model flies Comanche and owns Comanche. So but what usually these companies, it's usually like one or two people that make these planes, these models. What they do is that they find somebody, at best, they find somebody who flies the same aircraft or flown it before, and they ask questions, but they don't know what to ask, because most of the times they're not pilots themselves, or really low time pilots, or like student pilots, etc. It's 99.9% of the stuff that you fly in the in a Microsoft Flight Sim, I guarantee you. So they don't know what to ask, and they don't know these small details that pretty much only real world pilot could know. But guess what? The 99.9% of users in Microsoft Flight Sim are kids and people, non-aviation people, basically. So, yeah, they don't care, they don't know, and so I'm not gonna go really too deep into it, but some of the stuff that I will see that is gonna catch my eye right away. Not only my eye, but also the way I feel it, or something that I see, or something that I hear, or something that I feel. I'm gonna let you guys know, so we're gonna try this one today. Oh yeah, the other model I remember that I like is the Duke. I like the Duke
from Black Square. I think Black Square latest planes were really good. Is that the 850 TBM and the Duke? They're decent as well, but the first one probably would be A28 Comanche. That's okay. All right. So welcome. We are again at Chicago Exec. And just gonna walk around and see. So far, what I can see from the, from the textures, the model itself looks pretty good, looks decent, and as well as in Microsoft, we didn't have any problems with visuals. Most of the models are, you know, decent. They're looking good and with attention to detail. Again, I haven't flown this one for a long time, perhaps 10 years or more, exactly on this model. So, but I still remember it like today. So. Alright, so one thing one might notice right away, and this is important, that this aircraft has a rubber puck suspension. As you can see, there are rubber pucks here, and the gear is built that way, so it's kind of it's a rubber puck, right, system, which really likes to bounce, especially if you land it a little fast, just a bit, maybe like a few knots faster than you should be, it will bounce. So this bird is tough to land in the real world, but once you learn how to land this type, you can land anything pretty much. And you can notice how far are the main gears. So that has its own performance and behavior on the ground and while it landing. Alright, so this aircraft, it likes to you know, you have to be real careful when you after landing, when you steer, so because it likes to swerve, likes to bounce. Sort of like that. As well as you can tell, it's an older Beechcraft. They actually use the same, this almost, I think almost the same body. They changed something a little bit to it, but they used it later in Bonanzas. So it's heavy. It flies like a brick, pretty much. That's what I remember, and that's what I remember everybody said who were flying this. So it flies like a, I called it a refrigerator, flying a refrigerator. Why? Because it's blocky, and once you cut the power, it's gonna drop down like a refrigerator if you drop it from the air. So pretty much that. So one specific thing, when you land this thing, you gotta be real on point. So you gotta keep the power almost until the very end, and then when you're like around 5 feet from the ground, then you chop it completely. So kind of approach with little power, but depending how, if you're on speed. So another thing,
in the air, it handles more like a larger plane. So it's kind of smooth. The roll rate is slow. And it feels like a sturdy big plane in the air compared to its the plane's size of its size, you know. So far, yeah, like I see the textures looking good. 3D. Obviously, whoever they were using to get access to the aircraft, they took a lot of pictures. So, like you see, this is an example when you have. They probably even had the aircraft from the ground to take a pictures of, because you can tell when the model is built that way, that every side of every like underneath side is taken, and you can see that it's clear a real picture, like the texture. That means they had it. They had an access to it to take a pictures at least. But I suspect that problems will arise later at more of the stuff, because you not only, you know, okay, you can take a picture of it, you can you know, take pictures of details and make a nice 3D model, but what is also important, at least for me, is if it works like real aircraft, and if it handles like almost like real. Of course it's a sim, blah blah, but that's okay. We all want better, right? All right. That's giddy. And what I don't like right away is that there's no option for steam gauge, because I think it is easier to make glass cockpit, since they already have in Microsoft, they already have like a plugins to do it, you know. So this is why we have glass and glass and glass and glass. I would rather have a steam gauge, because, you know, honestly, this is not an aircraft that I would choose to go and fly on a regular. This is more like, it's a good training aircraft, I guess, with a constant pitch, but not more than that. So, and there's I don't see any options for the steam gauge. I haven't seen it in the menu. Let me know if there is one, but I think there is none. So yeah, they got iPad or whatever is that, the EFB, and it's kind of basic, because now every other model has it nowadays. Alright, now what I noticed right away, this does not work that way. Alright, most of the Beechcraft aircraft, they have their yoke on the aileron wise swings only 45 degrees 45 to 60, like that. They almost never go 90 degrees full up. So that's another thing that you know when you fly that one. Third thing I can see right now, that the interconnection system is missing, because these planes, they have rudder interconnect with the yoke, so it's not kind of like an interconnect like a rudder vader or anything, but it's more like a bungee type of system. That so if I would have like pressed the rudder pedal like this, I would have a little slight movement of a yoke the same way. So I don't see that here, unless something is wrong with my system. Let's check. But so far that I can see, it's turning 90 degrees. I can already tell that it's not correct. So I doubt that they even knew that this exists. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, but in some models in Microsoft, they do have that. So for example, in the PC12, I forgot who did it, but they had that working. And there I had to actually, since I have Brunner yoke and rudder paddles, let's try this. Try this. SCP. Power management, okay. And also we're gonna switch it to this. Jeez. Oh man, okay. It's changing the wrong thing. Rudder. Why? I don't. Oh, okay, I do have. Alright. So let's try. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Wait, does it work or does not? I can swear I just saw the movement of yoke, but no, that was my Brunner. Yeah, it doesn't, I guess. Now, also, this aircraft, this type, has also like around 26 to 28 degrees rudder steering. So if you let's try one more thing. Let's try one more and see if that's gonna fix it. Now this is my okay, no, it doesn't. All right, so you can write in comments if it actually does exist in the model, and that's due to my controls, but I doubt it. I'm like 99% sure that It does not exist in the model, but it does in the real world. And that's just kind of already tells me that they haven't done their homework. I mean, they've done the homework on the visual side of it, but not on the systems as usual. And that's like I said, this is pretty common picture for Microsoft models in general. All right, so I'm gonna use the the special profile for that I created for Beechcraft. I think I have it. I have it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it right now, and I'm gonna see if I even like how it feels, because I'm not gonna go ahead and create the profile for this aircraft just to find out that it's total shit or anything like that. So I'm gonna use the Comanche profile since it's sort of its size, but again, it does not handle like that. All right, the yoke would only go towards like this much. All right, and it's gonna be stiff. So I could have created a profile for my Brunner, for my yoke to go only to this side, but still out here you will see this, which is not real. Okay, that's a bit too much too. I mean, it kind of goes up, but not that much. So perhaps I hope that you can pass it on to Flysimware and they can make the model better if they care about it. Alright, now let's remove the chokes, tie downs. I'm not gonna do this. Outside you saw it was pretty nice. Whoever didn't, we can just kind of walk around. Yeah, most of these aircraft, they have like this kind of blue greenish windows, especially, I mean, on the sides, of course. So that's present here. You can see, I mean, I can see the nice weathering on the rivets, and it's pretty good. So again, for the visual part, I would give it 10 out of 10. Seriously, really nice job. Really nice job. But like a lot of attention to detail. You know what I mean? Let's see that how far it moves. Okay, well, maybe again, too long to remember, but I don't think it went that far. But anyways, okay, yeah. So outside, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, whatever. I like that they did all the tiny details. The spinner looks like brand spanking new. And the cowling too. I'm waiting until in Microsoft we'll be able to open things from outside. You know what I mean? Just kind of come up and check the oil, it's such. But you can only open things here with the that tablet. All right, let's fill it up. This guy. Hold on a sec. I swear to God, I hate when they do that. Why do they always insert these people near the plane? Like right next to the fucking... Why? Okay. Alright. So yeah, you can open things here. I just don't... Maybe for pictures or whatever. I don't see any usability on that. I mean, you don't check anything that's happening here. So this is more like for... Hey, mommy, look. I can open the fuel cap. Whatever. But... Sure. Did the wind close that door? It's gotta be a real good wind though, because you see that thing here? If you open a door and this goes like that, you would need to actually put your hand in there and kind of, you know what I mean, pull it so you can close the door. So this is that's what I actually just remember when I saw it as we were doing. Alright, again, for the inside, obviously they had some model that already had invested money into with the new avionics, fairly new avionics. Pretty new avionics. The rest of it is all original. And so far what I see here, the circuit breakers are working. I'm not sure if they work as per systems. We'll check later. But that's already good. Oh yeah, now the C23 from C24 Romeo, it also has the difference that the electric flaps. I mean, I've seen C24s R-type with the mechanical flaps as well, so they do exist. But here we have the electrical flaps, and the one with the mechanical, it has like a huge stick here that kind of looks like an e-brake, and you lift it, it kind of goes from here to here. And yeah, this is the trim wheel, and it's pretty accurate. So this one is kind of fancy. See, it's got electric trim, it's got the electric flames and all the avionics. Yeah, the rest of it, it all reminds me. Now, I haven't seen the ones with the switches like that. If you know what I mean, they're more look like this here. They more look like kind of flat switches, you know what I mean? Sort of like this. So like these, and that's the same thing that they had in the C23 as well, and this is just a regular 6-pack. I would prefer to have that rather 100 times better. I think they were just too lazy to make the instruments, because it's harder to make the instruments rather than plug that dummy default navigation in, which is a minus. Anyways, yeah, now one more thing about this aircraft. You got to switch the tanks while you fly it, so like every 30 minutes you gotta switch the tanks left and right if you fly long enough. Alright, so let's fuel it up, I guess, and get some weight in there. We'll just do standard 2 people, lady, and we'll add. It's too bad you can't change the weight. That's crazy. That's really important. I don't know why they didn't have that. Instead of drawing all this crazy ass model here, like graphic here, instead of that, just with a simple weight factor for that you can actually know your weight. I bet it's tied to this one, so let's try. Jody. Yeah. Alright. And also, I don't see any fuel or anything like that, any text. This is like really... Oh, okay, now I see the fuel, alright. Alright, so we're filled to the slots, pretty much. Yeah, and we're almost up to... Not almost, we still have, of course. We could have fit another passenger, so with luggage. Or if lightweight, but we could fit 2 if lightweight. On a good day and good pressure. Probably would need a little bit less fuel to fit 4 people in there. Now inside the cockpit, the rest of it looks pretty alright. It's been taken care of, you can see. I wouldn't stick this kind of thing here. I understand people try to like promote themselves, but all right. Let me kind of look around more and see. Ah, okay, so I can see that they've done more here. Okay, that's good to know. Like I can see they made wiring and everything here. So good attention. Like I said, visual model, 10 out of 10 for sure. For sure. No doubt. about that one. Visual model so far 10 out of 10. The only now only my not rants but negative factors that I feel I've listed so far is that I would really wish and six-pack model, or at least an option for it, and the things I've mentioned about flight controls so far. Yeah, I can even live with the lack of, almost kind of like lack of, that is alright, that's alright. I really don't know why you need this page and why they keep sticking in this page in every aircraft. I really don't understand. Who cares about all this data anyways? Yeah, and here's the checklist. Now, if you guys want to compare the real checklist, with this one. Now, checklist, I mean, the POH checklist, not real checklist, because checklists are things that can be changed, you know. You can create your own checklist, for fuck's sakes. As long as it has key points of in normal operation. Now it's a normal operation. There you go. Pre-flight. Alright, so pre-flight, letting gear switch handle down, on documents arrow, gear handle down, controls free. Controls are not correct. You need to be fixing that thing. It switches as required, emergency. Okay, I'm not sure where they took that. Where they took that checklist, and I have a feeling like this is a common thing among the Microsoft Flight Sim models and companies that make these models, that they don't make checklists, they make to-do lists. Just nobody's gonna do this, you know what I mean? Most of them. So they kind of create these quotes to-do lists for simmers, like noobs and simmers, so it has like a cheat sheet next to it so he knows how to fly this thing. Where in reality, checklist is only a checklist, it's not to-do list. So you do your flow and then you check the key items with a checklist. So it's not like you're, oh, okay, let me see, master on, and then, you know, and you go like this. I mean, what, unless you're just learning to fly, I guess. That's, but instead of that, rather learn to do the flow and then do the checklist. So to do the flow perfectly, I guess this is pre-flight, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's pre-flight. Okay. I assume our pre-flight walk around has been complete. You know, we got the everybody situated. Oh, that's the real checklist here. Is it? I'd rather had that. Anyways. Yeah. Alright. Gear levers down. Prop full forward. Mixture cut off. Idle. All switches are off. Electric drain can stay on. Okay. Avionics are off. Circuit breakers all in. Documents on board. And we can switch this one to the right tank first. Alright, so now documents. Arrow, gear handle down, controls free, correct. Free and incorrect, I should say, because this is not correct. Emergency equip check, gear extend range available, magnetors are off, circuit breakers in, electrical equipment off, felt back off. On. Okay, no. I mean, we checked the fuel gauges and the fuel gauges. Okay, good. You can see one here behind this thing. Can we even take it out? Oh, okay. There you go. Why is the instrument lights are on? Yeah, nobody usually sets the parking brake, but anyways, parking brake is set. The firewalls. This is the I believe this is this alternate static. Yeah. All right. Normal position. Okay, flaps are well. Usually, yeah. This is done when the when you do the pre-flight walk around. So dump the flaps. Okay. And we check the lights. Assumed we did. Okay, so. Then oil quantity is checked. Alright. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Can you move that thing here? Oh, okay, yes, I can. Good. Yes. All right. I'm gonna use the. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use their checklist since they provided it. Because I can use the POH checklist, but it could be for a slight different composition. Alright, so seats. I'll do both. Alright, seat forced normal. Okay. Alright, let me remember the speeds for this one. Alright, so the VX is 71 knots, the VY is 85. Land approach 70, and 65 is rotation speed. Oh, I so wish we would have this normal six-pack here. I would reminisce so bad. Because even when I look at this part, I'm like, yeah, beach. Oh, the beach. But no. Instead, let's have that fucking glass here. 1 second. I gotta go smoke. Then we'll continue the story, and then we'll find out how it handles, how it flies. The most important thing. It's not starting soon. Yeah, let's start. Alrighty. Let's continue. Alright, so let's start it up, alright. Alright, so the pre-flight inspection is complete, tied down shocks out, baggage secure, passenger briefing is complete, seatbelts just secure, brakes tested set, electrical equipment all off, gear selector is down, emergency gear handle stowed, fuel selector is fullest, and before start check was complete, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the battery on alt. We're gonna turn the beacon on. And, oh, okay. Ah, I got you. It's tied to this. Touch screen and everything, all fancy. Alright, so we're gonna check the operation of the fuel boost pump. They're installing different fuel boost pumps on this one. I've heard a different noise for that one, but that's okay. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce and just pump twice. And try to start it without the boost pump. Okay, how about that? Clip rope. Brand new. fancy schmancy synthetic vision. I hate that. I don't like it in real world. I don't like it in the Sims. I don't like synthetic vision at all. I'm old school. Excusez-moi, but I'm old school in this thing. I have nothing against the glass, but got pretty nice insects. Alright. So I don't know why one would stick 3 GPSs in this one. This would be a terrible waste of for this aircraft. I mean, it flies like a brick, so like I said, it would be a terrible waste of weight. You'd probably take off a few of those, it would fly better. But that's in real world, okay? So we're not talking about here. But this is more like a reality wise. Hello, you recommended to buy? I'm trying it as we speak for the first time, so. And if later you want to see all the notes that I've given about this one, you gotta watch from the beginning later, because I've said a lot of useful information and how it is in real aircraft. But okay, we'll see. All right. Put the flaps up, check the retraction. Right is clear, left is clear. Okay, so we're gonna I can already tell the handling is not real at all. This is too much. Okay, this is my paddles. It does not turn that much. It only turns 28 degrees. I would have to add brakes here to turn that bad, and this is too sensitive. I mean, the aircraft on the ground, it does not feel as real. I already can tell. And too much RPM for it to even roll. It would perfectly roll at 1000 RPM. So here, it does not act this way, okay? So this is too much. And again, I just don't understand. Like, you're doing all this great work with the texturing, with the yada yada. You say that the company, that we had somebody with a real plane and that. Why can't you just ask the person how it handles, or just ask him to give you a ride or something and feel it yourself? I mean, this is not, it's not like a Boeing or anything, so I just don't understand the level of, like, how people don't care about this, you know what I mean? So yeah, right away, handling so far is 1 out of 10. So if the yeah, that's nonsense. So if we had a nice, and again, I don't have some plastic type of paddles. I have professional grade Brunner, full motion, full size, full swing, full travel stuff. That is, so here is travel is correct out here, but what we see here is unbelievably not correct. Because this is wonky. Like, okay, I just want maybe, fuck, can somebody spread the word between all these companies that make these small aircraft? Stop making aircraft turn 90 degrees with the paddles. It does not work that way. There's not a single aircraft out there, maybe like 1% out of 100 that does this. Most of them have around 25 degrees nose gear turn. And the gear itself probably would go, in this aircraft, would probably go up to like 70 degrees on with the help of the brakes. So but the degrees, the official degrees for this aircraft, when you give a full paddle like this, is 23 degrees, not this. You see what I mean? And 23 degrees is approximately like this. And this is if I give full paddle. Now full paddle here is this. Come on. Flysimware, come on. I mean, if you guys need some, like, somebody who flies aircraft or who cares about this, just contact me. I'll tell you all this information. God damn it. It's not so hard to find people who actually fly. Now, already with this, I don't want to fly it already with this, so I'm gonna stop it right here. Because if not review, I would have turned it off already. But luckily for me and you, we have this beautifully done program called Rudder Fix. That's for companies like Flysimware who do not care to look the official data. And you know what it comes from? It comes from a person never flown an actual aircraft. That's what it comes from. They might do the models, but they never fly them. Please, just go to the local airport, pay $200 if you're in the United States. Fly the aircraft, see how it feels. You'll never do this kind of stuff on your models. Yeah. I just don't understand, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, so to help things out so far, but just have a note of this one, okay? Already have a note on this one that this is not correct at all. But to fix it on the go, download this program called Rudder Fix, and out here you can now just notice how it was before, right? So I'm gonna show it again. This aircraft 28 degrees only for the nose steer. Now what this one does here is any fucking any general aviation aircraft. Alright, but anyways, I'm done with this thing. Just have a note on this one. Alright, but check now. We're gonna do this and we're gonna do proper information here. So no tiller is available, but we don't need to do anything with this. The max rudder steering angle here would be 28 degrees. So you only need to set 28 here. This is the max. It comes from 26 to 28 on the model. So we're gonna do the start. Fix is running. And now let's gonna check that one. I don't think it cached. No, because it still doesn't work. Still too wonky, too twitchy, and too much. Let's see. I'm gonna try that. Save. Okay. Stop. Alright, let me just double check one more thing here. Okay. Okay. Alright. No, it's still, I guess you either have to restart it in order for it to work, because it's too much. This is too much. It does not work. Alright, I'm gonna restart it with this fix running because this is awful. I'm not even gonna enjoy flying this with such handling on the ground, because this is that trash. And it all comes from kind of disregarding the whole thing. And this is how they treat you. They don't care about that. And they think that you won't care about that. Alright, hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna set it on the runway with the running engine so far. Oh, okay, I need to check still how... No, I mean, I can do 360 and see. Let's do 30, I'll just taxi to the 34. Cheese. Lordy. From the start, I only, as I said, I only seen 2 general aviation models that from the box were acting correct with all the systems and how they handle on the ground and in the air. And this is A2A and Duke. That's it. And again, I wasn't expecting much from this company, I should say. Okay. All right, let's try now. There's no such thing for park and brake. It's just a simple. Bro, what's wrong with these controls? Nothing fixes that. What did they do? What have they done here that it's so bad? What's up with that? Even the rudder fix doesn't fix it. Or maybe with the newer Microsoft Flight Sim it stopped working, but it says work. You see, paddle position, max nose wheel angle. It shows correct information. It's just, it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't fucking feel right at all. I'm gonna set it to 20. Alright, so now the picture with the flight controls you already know. Now let's see on the brakes. Now it doesn't swerve side to side like this when you apply brakes. They need big time tuning on its handling, big time, and as well as real aircraft. If it's flat, okay, like for example we're flat, 1100 RPM, it will start moving. This one doesn't. Give it 1200. It still doesn't. That's, you see, it only started moving at 1400, which is too much. It will, on flat surface with 2 people inside, normal day, even full tanks, it will start moving at 1100. And now you see it's speeding up like crazy. Now, okay, absolutely terrible handling. I don't know. All I can say, find somebody who has this aircraft and ask them to give you a ride and try to fly it. But you actually, it's not gonna happen that somebody will have only one ride and will know this plane. You have to fly it for some time. The sound is also not correct. It doesn't sound good. So the only good thing here that I've seen so far is the visuals. The sounds are meh. The handling is terrible. It is fucking terrible. The handling is super terrible so far. I'm not sure how it's gonna fly. But the ground right now is shit. Okay, let's try. This is so far nothing promising. Alright, so yeah, something is really wrong with it. Look, you see how it starts going like crazy. This is heavy aircraft. So, dude, what the fuck? not that heavy, but for its fucking engine, it's 200 HP. Sounds are not correct either. Handling on the ground is awful. Speed of life. Update. Positive. I liked the way that I had to actually had a considered amount, even a little bit too much of the yoke I had to give, and it just terribly nose down. Like I had trim right now, super aft trim. Yeah, it's too fast here as well. This freaking brick. I mean, it's a little bit faster than C23, but I guess it's okay. So far, I'm gonna check the roll rate. The roll rate seems okay. Seems okay. Sounds are way off for the engine. Now let me see how its flight characteristics as far as its glide rate. So I'm gonna do this here. Yeah, that actually correct, because it will lose speed like crazy like this. Yeah. Okay, I like that part. So it flies like a brick. So this part they did good. Although, man, I trimmed all the way aft, and I still have to add a yoke, and it's clean wing. No, that's a little bit too much. It does not fly like that much like a brick, you know what I mean? Okay, I get it now. I'm gonna do a normal touch and go. I mean, normal pattern. But I'm not gonna retract gear because I wanna. Because most of the time when you do patterns on this aircraft, you don't even put gear on. see some of its features. Here's the thing. Absolutely the same body C23 with the gear the C23's gear doesn't go up. It's stationary. All right, so it's not retractable. The C23, even with 4-person at winter or 3-person inside at summertime with full tanks, and now we have only 2 people here. So let's say even with 2 people with full tanks, with 180 horsepower engine like Lycoming, it will normally climb. So it will build up the speed to like 75, 78ish knots, and then you'll continue to climb. Here, with the gear down and the super duper 200 horsepower engine, the same conditions, it doesn't fucking even climb. So think about it. It's off, guys. DC's off. Я не для него говорю, я делал изначально английский язык. Я никогда не говорю на английском для кого-то там одного, я если делаю, то хочу что-то сказать этим. Celsius, boy, this thing would go. I mean, not go, but compared to what it does now. Disappointment again. So, in the air, it's a little bit better than on the ground, because on the ground it's just plain off. to trim so much, dude. Like you can't. It doesn't fucking glide. I wanna touch and go and see if it even does land like the real thing, but I doubt it. With everything that I see so far, I doubt it. No. Don't shit on my memories with this beautiful aircraft and reality that I've flown, because this has nothing to do with what I just seen. Okay, so my okay, so let's conclude. All right, so from what I've seen right now, I'm not gonna keep it. All right, so I'm not gonna keep it, not even gonna waste my space of 4 gigabytes. Okay, because I don't know about majority of Microsoft Flight Sim users. They probably only care about how it looks, but I actually care how it flies, the systems, the performance, how it handles, how it sounds. So I'm sorry, Flysimware, do a better job. It looks like all of their effort just went into the visual model. I'm sorry, but this is true. This is absolutely true. Okay, so yeah, visual model 10 out of 10. The rest of it, I doubt that it even has their other systems. Like, I didn't go any deep after I've seen the performance things and how the flight controls, how it handles, how they missed the whole lot of important things about this aircraft. I mean, like, when you do the aircraft, don't you like to create the aircraft, create the model, so that you show exact traits of the because every aircraft, every type, every model, they all have traits that they're known for, and this is how it's beautiful, because every aircraft feels a little bit different, and they have their own little things that they're different from others, and they're completely just washed it out. So I didn't expect anything good, so I'm not even gonna test the systems, because I assume that what I've seen right now is all right. So you be the judge. Okay, so I'm gonna restart the stream. I just wanted to test that out. So I'm gonna turn it off and on back. And we'll start. А при чем здесь, чтобы успеть бабло собрать? Там ты же говоришь, что все будет работать для второго сима, лол. Какая разница, блядь, если они сейчас выпустят, для чего? Ты как будто, блядь, ну, сам себе противоречишь. Ну, в смысле, никто не будет покупать? Какой им разница, если они все знают? Так, блядь, тогда давай будем честны. Что ты говорил, что, блядь, все те модели, которые работали для прошлого сима, не будут работать, блядь, в новом симе. Тогда вот так вот надо было говорить, а не рассказывать, что они будут работать в новом симе. Я уверен, что они не будут работать в новом симе. Давай так лучше скажем. Эй, хуйня. Не будут. Это будет как в 11-м. Бля, просто вспомнишь мои слова, блядь. Будет как в 11-м эксплейне 12-м. Будет работать там, блядь, 50%, 60%. И будет список, блядь, которые работают уже, которые не работают, блядь. 100-200% тебе даю. Ну, блядь, я так это и знал. Я не знаю, почему какие-то вот эти распространяли информацию, блядь. Ну, вернее, ты им помогал распространять эту информацию, дезинформацию, потому что, по сути, эту дезу, блядь, кидали для того, чтобы, блядь, покупали самолеты, понимаешь, чтобы не переставали люди самолет покупать. Ну, так а ты эту дезу и продолжаешь распространять.